Can a country develop even with corruption? In 2020, Professor Yuan Ang published a book that questioned the way corruption was being measured by organizations such as the Transparency International. The traditional way of measuring corruption using the Corruption Perception Index by Transparency International was by gathering surveys from third parties to form a single score for each country. This method was criticized for being conducted by mostly Western institutions for being one-dimensional and the respondents who may perceive low-income countries as corrupt. Professor Ang developed a new method that unbundles corruption into four categories. These are petty theft, speed money, grand theft, and access money. According to the author, petty theft refers to acts of stealing and extortion from street-level officials. Grand theft refers to embezzlement and misappropriation of large sums of public funds by political elites. Speed money refers to bribes paid by businesses or citizens to speed up processes, while access money is the reward given in exchange for contracts, business deals, or privileges. Among these forms of corruption, petty theft, grand theft, and speed money are the ones that deal a deadly blow on a country's economy, while access money may improve economic activities and even drive investment in the short run, but may have grave consequences in the long term. The author described petty theft and grand theft as toxic drugs because they harm and they give no benefits. They drain wealth, they cause decline in law and order, investment, tourism, and even foreign aid. Speed money is described as painkillers because they reduce pain but have no health benefits. Access money is described as steroids because they enhance growth but they come with huge side effects. Petty theft and grand theft involve stealing, while speed money and access money involves exchanges. Petty theft and speed money are mostly done by non-elites, while grand theft and access money are done by elites. The author and her team selected 15 countries, including Nigeria, to conduct a survey using this methodology that will score each country based on the four categories of corruption. The methodology included questions in vignette-style format rather than the broad questions typically asked in the CPI. An example of a vignette-style question for petty theft is, do security officials collect money from motorists on the road? An example of vignette-style question for grand theft is, do high government officials collect a portion of money for major construction projects from contractors? Each country was scored for each category and the total scores were ranked. The results from this survey was very interesting. They found that high-income countries have higher access money corruption than low-income countries. This includes South Africa, China, USA, Japan, South Korea, Indonesia, and Brazil. These countries have development despite the dominance of access money corruption. Nigeria ranked number one in grand theft. It was the only country that had grand theft as its dominant corruption. Grand theft is the worst type of corruption. Corruption doesn't go away with development. It evolves from extortion and brazen stealing of public funds to legal and illegal exchange of benefits. The unbundling of corruption gives us the opportunity to focus on what really harms us as a country. Bye, guys.